What's happening, guys? What you see in front of you is the new Alcatel One Touch Scribe Easy, and it is the black color. You do have a stylus which attaches onto the device really nicely. It doesn't fall off, which is one of the main things that I really like about this device. So you do have a magnetic cover. You have a big chunky magnet over here, so you can attach the stylus to the back or even to the front. It sticks onto the device. It doesn't fall off. So that is the Alcatel One Touch Scribe stylus. Now it's called the Scribe because it has the Galaxy Note sort of features. I'm going to get rid of this smart cover back panel or the front cover and put it to the side and show you a little bit of the cover. You have this really nice leathery sort of finish, but you have a different sort of texture over here. It is soft, but it is also synthetic, and this is sort of a long-lasting sort of finish. So this cover should last you a long time, and you have this really nice stainless steel back panel, which is brushed stainless steel, which will also last you a really long time. It looks really nice. It's a solid magnet for the back, and the flip mechanism also really nice quality. So the fact that you have a microfiber inline will keep your device clean. A fairly nicely thought of cover by Alcatel. Now this is the One Touch Scribe Easy Black. Let's talk a little bit about the specifications of the device. Starting with the price is 12,000 rupees in the market for the Alcatel One Touch Scribe. So you can go ahead and get it in the market for about 12,000 rupees. If you talk about the display, you have a 5-inch WVGA display, so it's 480 by 800 pixel display. If you talk about the front-facing camera, it is a VGA camera, and you do have speakerphone along with the Alcatel logo. You should have some touch capacitive buttons on the bottom. You have a small microphone hole. It's in the bottom center. If we turn the device towards the right, you have the volume rockers, and you have a port to pop in a SIM card from here. So you can put your SIM card in here. One of the SIM card goes in here, and the other SIM card goes around the other side. On the top is the 3.5mm headphone jack along with the power button. On the left is the secondary SIM card slot and the micro SD card slot. The micro SD card slot will take up to 32GB micro SD card, and unfortunately one is not included inside the box. You also have a micro USB charging data syncing port and nothing on the bottom. The back is not removable, but you do have this soft touch sort of material on the back. You have a 5-megapixel camera. It's called HD, so I'm hoping that it does 720p video at least. You have LED light, you have the One Touch logo, and you have the speakerphone at the bottom over here. So let's go ahead and power on the device. It is already powered on. You can see you have a really nice user interface over here, and the screen is also a scratch resistant glass, so that's nice. They have skinned it out a little bit, so you have this user interface. You can unlock the device by swiping this down. You can go into messages by simply swiping the messages down. You can go into camera by swiping the camera down, or you can go into the phone directly by swiping the phone down. If you want to unlock the device, that's how you unlock it. A really nice looking user interface. You have really nice colors, the wallpaper in the background. You have your quick widgets over here, so you can turn on or off your settings directly from here. So if you want to increase brightness, for example, that's how you do it. If we jump into the dialer, very nice, clean looking, big style dialer. A little bit of customization over there. You go into the messaging. Again, a little bit of customization, but the keyboard is also a touchpad keyboard. So you have all the features of touchpad preloaded onto the device. If you go into the all app list, you have a bunch of applications that have been pre-installed. So you have a currency converter, Evernote is pre-installed, Gallery app is of course there. You have Idea Fresh because there is an Idea bundle on this. You have an LED flashlight application, so which lets you turn on or off your LED, which is nice. LinkedIn is preloaded. Pick Easy is preloaded, Play Store is preloaded, Scribe Calculator is loaded, Scribe Note is loaded. So Scribe Note is their app for allowing you to scribe onto the device. Give it a name. It's called Gh. So let's go ahead and see if we can do some scribing. So it converts your handwriting to text. So let me try again. The screen is really responsive to the touch, which is nice. and it does type in my name. You can also just simply draw and have some custom options, so you can choose this style of color and the thickness of the line, and you can simply go ahead and draw. The screen is fairly responsive, much more than we saw on the canvas doodle, which was not responsive at all. The stylus is definitely much better than that stylus, and pretty impressive. Again, this is no S Pen. The S Pen is fantastically wonderful. This is no S Pen, but you can annotate, which is again brilliant. I can cut a little bit of this area out, and it will allow me to move it around, which is nice. So a lot of nice features in this app. Again, we'll have to look through all of those before we can even begin to tell you how this app is. But you have these nice touchscreen features allowing you to use the pen. The pen is also good for navigation on the screen, so if you don't want any fingerprints, this little stylus is really responsive, really easy to scroll through the device with. So let me quickly connect to Wi-Fi and show you what the internet experience is like on this device. So while we were connecting to Wi-Fi, we saw that there is a system update available, so we will update it. Hopefully it updates us to a later version of Android. We don't know what's happening. It seems to have crashed. So the phone rebooted. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was installing the system update. I'm not too sure what just happened, but it rebooted the whole device. Again, it's showing me the firmware update warning. Let me quit the internet browser. Let me see if it actually does something this time around. So it is just an update for 4.1.2. Currently we are on 4.1.2, so just must be a minor software upgrade, possibly because it keeps rebooting. I don't know, but we're not going to download that right now. Let's just quickly look at our website and see how it looks on this. Slightly slow in loading up the website, but you can scroll through. There is slight bit of lag and choppiness, but the screen is fairly responsive. The tap is fairly nice, and it does scroll through, but it stops rendering in the middle, shows you a white screen while you're scrolling through. There is a bit of lag in rendering the text and the images, but if you zoom in, you can see a nice crispy text over here. It's also put some sort of texture in the background for some reason. You can also switch from portrait to landscape, and you will continue to see everything in landscape. It automatically adjusts that. You can also zoom in and zoom out and scroll through again. You can also pan through. It's not the smoothest experience that you will get on an Android device, but perhaps you can try replacing the browser with one of the other browsers available from the Android marketplace. Another good thing is that even in the home screen, you can convert to landscape, which is really nice. Let's pop over to YouTube and take a look at how videos look on this before we conclude this hands-on. We're going to search for a bit of iGyaan-ness, load up one of our recent videos, put it up in landscape mode. What? This is about iGyaan.in, and today we're going to be unboxing. So speakerphone is fairly loud. This video played back really nicely. Viewing angles seem to be good on the screen, and overall we're pretty happy with the way the device looks and operates. We are also really happy with this nice flip cover that comes with the device. Allows you to not only flip the device, and the only thing I don't like is that it does not lock the device as it gets locked in the Gionee G-Pad. As it gets locked in the Gionee G-Pad G2, we would have liked if you just flipped the screen or flip the cover on the screen and the screen would get locked, but it does not. We have to lock it manually from the top, and but there is a magnet that holds the cover in place, which is nice, and there is a magnet that holds the stylus in place in the front or on the back, depending on where you want to put it. So there you go, guys. If you have any questions or queries, do leave them in the comment section below. We'll try and cover it up in one of our upcoming videos. Check us out on iGyaan.in and on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaan TV for iGyaan Network. You can